CLMV is still showing us its strength. Let's go ahead and go over the potentials for tomorrow's session. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is ARCa coming at you with a CLMV technicals, raw price action, and statistical threat of analysis on this Taco Tuesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, we're looking at CLMV on the 12-hour chart here, and you can see that we've actually made several touches here. Actually, just two touches, right? 2 consecutive days of resistance touches here on this broadening descending wedge. This is really good news, okay? But usually when we start getting rejections like this, you guys, that sometimes we can actually retrace just ever so slightly, gather some more bull pressure, and then actually attempt at breaking out of the trend, right? So that wouldn't be non-ideal, right? If it did happen yesterday, I'm not saying that it is. In fact, there is still a massive amount of strength considering the upper term time frames, like the 12-hour. And for example, look at this. We still have a parabolic upside here on that RSI. We still have the EMA 3 pivoted straight to the upside and increasing volatility. Pardon me. And increasing volatility here with the upside momentum. That is usually indicative of a continuation to the upside. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and move on to the next chart just to see what we have, okay? All right, so with the continued pressure to the upside, I am actually expecting a touch right over here at about 459 to about 486, and it can happen over the next a couple days. It also depends on FOMO, right? So we actually just got the news that CLNV is no longer, there's not going to be any more dilution on this, so there is absolute power beyond the sentiment. Okay, so this is very good news considering CLNV. Okay, you guys, so I want to touch down on one more thing here actually, and that would be the volatility versus momentum on the shorter term time frames. Let's just see what can happen. The start of the session tomorrow, intraday. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. Okay, so we're already getting a corrective pivot towards the upside. Indications of increasing volatility are also happening here on the BBWP, right? Let's look at the hourly time frame. Okay, so this is where I'm looking at a potential downside, but it could be very limited, you guys, and this is actually following a pretty nice regression thus far, right? Something like this here looks like we're kind of following, right, very nicely. And also, please notice that we do have a little bit of resistance coming up on the RSI from the hourly. Okay, so this is and also a bearish cross here on the MACD. Okay, so this could allow an opportunity here for bulls to get long. In fact, if we are looking at this in the hourly time frame, we can see the some type of a pennant or something building. Okay, so I may actually have to favor it like this, as I do see the contact points of those two candles being relevant. Also, I would actually have to favor this one right down here, right? So I would probably do it like this here, touch here and touch here. These are the breakouts. This is the breakout, official breakout. Okay, so and then let's see how that could have happened. Okay, it could have been like this, right? It could have been this one right over here. And that would have been the completion of the pennant. Of course, we're probably looking at this in a 30-minute time frame to be to show a little more accuracy here, right? So if that is the case, then this is our first candle breakout, and typically there could be a pullback to validate the newly converted resistance into support before continuing on to the upside, right? So this is there is a potential of that. I'm just kind of putting it out there just in case there is an opportunity to get long CLNV before we actually make that breakout to the upside beyond the target of about 411, even into 413. Okay, you guys, so let's look at the last part of the analysis here, as this would tell us a lot of what can happen in the immediate short term, 30-minute immediate short term. RSI here crossing upside of the 14-day simple moving average represented by that pink line still has an upside pivot here. So let's see the 50 15-minute and even the 5-minute, none of those are actually showing downside. So okay, even the buy hourly is actually sitting in the bullish control zone and the gravitational zone of the bullish control zone. So this is very good, using that SMA 14 as support before a continuation to the upside. 6-hour time frame still with an upside pivot, even with that SMA 14, very nice. And also the daily time frame still favoring the upside here, you guys. What I definitely like is that the 3-day and the 5-day both are upside of the SMA 14s and starting to show some type of upside pivot here. Okay, you guys. So yeah, there could be a continuation to the upside for CLMV for days to come, and we would just have to evaluate the price action. There is naturally going to be ebb and flow to this. Okay, so it's not going to be one shot straight to the moon. There's always going to be variance. Okay, so we have to keep in mind that there is that variance, and then we would be able to move forward. Okay, team. So please remember that I'm still looking at the targets of about 459 to 486, potential pullback to around that 382 zone. Okay, even if we did pull back a little bit further down to about 350, is still fine. Okay, so just remember, please remember first and foremost that I am not a financial advisor. Okay, take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.